To Deliver Me a Podcast. Today, I am delivering you an interview with someone you will all know who he is. Welcome to Mr. Giles Panton. Hey, Giles.
Hey, thanks for having me on board. Great introduction.
Oh, well, everybody knows you. You've got a list as long as my arm and then some as, you know, the murderer, the other man, the brother, you know. And you've made quite a career out of being the other man for yourself.
Yeah, that was a good chunk of like wrong boyfriends for a long time there. That was fun. And then I made the leap, but no, that was it was like that skit where it's like it's me or Christmas. That was me for a good chunk of movies. Yeah. You want to stay with me in my successful business, or do you want to go to this small town and like connect to your heart? Like.
The heart is completely overrated.
Whatever it is, yeah.
No, but that was so exciting when we saw you get a lead role. Like, yes, finally, the guy gets to be the man that grabs your heart instead of lets it go.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that was exciting for me too. I loved it. It was a very fun leap to make. Lots of fun. Yeah.
So,
out of the middle.
So we've got.
Bear with me, audience. I'm trying to get centered so that you don't. For those of you who are like visually, it must be a certain way. There we go. That works. I'm right in the middle.
We can also edit this out. That's totally fine.
Oh, you leave it in. It's part of the humanness of it. You know, all of my foibles. Take them off. I'm not perfect.
Now I know you wanted to talk about the cabinet in the back. You want to explain what that is?
Oh yeah, for those wondering, that's a voice booth. Oh, camera. Look at all these technical issues.
Do the hand trick. Oh, that works too.
I'll try the hand trick next time. I'm just doing the old tried and true turn off and on again. This is a voice booth because I do a lot of voice work, so this is my home voice studio right there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, favorite voice character that you've done?
Oh man, I've done as many wrong boyfriends as I've done. I have done voice characters. So let me. I think, and it's pretty niche, but I did. I did one that I won an award for. It was a Marvel project where I played a character that had been beaten so badly by Spider-Man that he had a psychological break and thought he was someone else.
Oh dear.
Who just happened to be a serial killer. This it's the darker side of Marvel. The comics go very dark.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I was also voicing a symbiote. So if you know who Venom is, you know that creature. Yeah. So I was voicing one of those that got attached to the same character, and I voiced both of them. So I voiced this crazy, like really like gruff, rough voice, and then this different kind of psychologically shattered voice who thought there were this southern serial killer. So very complicated, but it was a ton of fun. It's tough to explain. It was called Absolute Carnage, and it was very messy in the best way possible.
Really?
Yeah. So that was probably that's one of my favorite. But I mean, I really like playing villains. They're very, very fun for the cartoon world because you get to go so big. And that cartoon was not for kids though. That was a grown-up cartoon. Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
So you pulled a whole Jekyll and Hyde or a Christian Bale in the Prestige, if you will.
Yes, a bunch going on. And then basically acting opposite myself in the same scene.
Yeah.
So it was, that was a lot of fun. That's probably my favorite though. There's a lot of favorites.
Yeah. So, but that sounds challenging.
Different crowd. Probably there's the interesting Venn diagram of my like holiday movie fans and like then also my voice fans. They'll cross over right in the middle there. Yeah. That Venn diagram of it's right there. Yeah. That's a good starter. That's the starter for everyone here. Yeah.
Perfect starter.
Yeah, just dive into that cartoon if you want to see my work.
Okay, so you've had one air and you've got another one coming up.
Yeah, yes,
So
I do. I've had
yeah.
two. I have two leads in Christmas movies right now, or holiday movies. Yeah, so very exciting. The first one was the oh, my brain turned off. The Christmas
My
Promise.
favorite Christmas tree.
My favorite. Well, that's the second one. Yeah, my favorite Christmas tree, and then the first one was a Christmas. No, the Christmas Promise was last year. I'm mixing all my movies up. That's where I played. That's where I did play a leading role. But spoiler alert, I didn't. He didn't survive.
Ooh, that is a
Chri-
spoiler.
the Picture of Christmas. There we are. My goodness, you know you've been busy when. Yes, The Picture of Christmas. That one came out a couple weeks back. Loved that. And then My Favorite Christmas Tree. That one's come out as well, but it's airing for the first time in Canada, and I think it's re-airing a bunch in the States as well. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's coming on quite a bit on Great American Family.
yes,
So
yes.
yeah, okay. So Picture of Christmas. I'm not recognizing that one. What network was that on here in the States? Do
Up
you know?
TV.
Oh, that's why I missed it. Okay.
Yeah.
I missed that one. Darn it.
Yes.
So,
No, that was my first romantic lead in a holiday movie. Was that one?
oh, okay.
Yeah. So I had two big US premieres this year for romantic lead Christmas movies. So that was it's a pretty big year.
yeah,
Yeah.
big year, very year, and not a terrible problem to have.
No, this is a good
So
problem.
tell us about, yeah, very, very good problem. So tell us about Picture of Christmas a little bit.
Okay. For everyone wondering, firstly, this is bubble tea. So you might see me chewing. I don't chew my drinks normally unless they have bubbles in them. That's when you chew them. Otherwise, be like, why is this guy chewing his drink? Like, what's going on? Okay, so The Picture of Christmas, funnily enough, is also set on a Christmas tree farm. So both of my movies involve me working on Christmas tree farms. There's there's not a formula for these. No, the stories are actually very, very different, and they're very, very heartwarming in their own ways. But they just happen to be centered on Christmas tree farms.
Well, you've got the rugged tree farmer lumberjack look,
I've got that going on. Yes, yes. So in The Picture of Christmas. Oh, how do I spread this out without giving anything away? If you've seen the poster, you see me holding the most adorable little girl in the world named Mila Jones, who plays my daughter in that movie. And I am a father who does everything in the world to make sure that his little girl grows up the best she can while running a Christmas tree farm. And I happen to bump into Little Miss Big City, who comes in trying to shake out my world. So obviously we've got our meet cute, but I don't want to give too much away. But it's actually, what was beautiful about this story is the director and the writer are a real life couple, and they put their hearts into it, and they wrote it together, and a lot of it was based off of their own actual life.
Oh my word, that is awesome.
Yes. So there's a scene where I'm making a wreath with my daughter, and like a Christmas wreath.
Yeah.
And the source material I looked at to look at how to do it properly was one that the writer and the director's daughter made together in one of their YouTube videos. So like these are moments taken from their life. So it was, what was particularly special about it for me was that there was so much love and attention to detail and care put into the script, and just everything we were doing on set, that it was I felt so lucky to have that be my first lead in a holiday movie, because it was not that others don't get not that others aren't cared about, but this one was cared about at the next level because it was literally their baby. So it was really, really cool. And I've always wanted to work with Chelsea, who plays Chelsea Neat, who plays my opposite me, and it was a great experience. But no, I have since been able to work with that little girl again as my daughter, and on that first set, she would run up and be like, "Pretend, Daddy!" I'm like, "Oh." And then on the set that I'm working on right now, super secret project, can't say anything. She's like, Daddy, I'm like, I've been promoted.
Yeah.
so, and like, she's so adorable. And it translates. Not to toot our horn, but we got a lot of really good feedback about the father-daughter relationship and how it was one of the, I don't know, just most genuine and sweet ones they'd seen in a long time. That was from, yeah. So I feel really proud of that one.
You should.
Yeah.
Okay, so picture of Christmas.
The picture of Christmas. Yes. Let me double check.
Okay, go find it on Up TV.
Yes.
I'm writing that one down.
Yeah, I'm really, really proud of that one. And also very proud of the second one too. Yeah, the picture of Christmas. That's it. There's a poster. You can see me. It's actually on the banner of my Twitter page right now, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And the great thing about the holiday season is they show them all
They will
the time.
replay them. And that one was very well received, so they'll be replaying it some more over there, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. All right. So now let's talk a little bit about my favorite Christmas tree.
Yes. Now,
so
go for it. What was your question, or is the floor mine? What do I do?
No, you. I mean, you. If you've got something to say, you go for it. I can.
I will say that what makes this movie so unique is we actually shot it in the winter.
Oh, I was gonna ask, Conover snow, real or not real?
That was real. That was real. We shot it in December. It was very cold. It was freezing, absolutely, like freezing. But the fact that so I flew up to this gorgeous little town called Kelowna. It's in the interior of British Columbia. In the winter, it looks like the deep Midwest, like gorgeous, or like right on the edge of the Rockies, gorgeous mountains, rolling hills. In the summer, it feels like California. For it's wine country. Their wines rival Napa Valley. So I just shot a movie there in September, which was pretending to be in California, and you can't, like, the weather.
You can't tell the difference.
It feels the same. It's very wild. But so we shot there in December, and it was cold. But I remember I flew up. It was all green. I'm like, awesome. This is nice. This will be nice. It's like a little chilly. It'll be fun. And I woke up and I heard this beeping sound, and it was a Sunday. And I'm like, who's taking out garbage on a Sunday? And I was so upset at this like garbage truck. And I opened my window, and I had like a Kevin McAllister moment in Home Alone, where I looked, and what was beeping was a snowplow, and there was snow everywhere. And I'm like, it's Christmas. And it was, so we shot the whole movie with real snow. So it's not like you see snow on the street and in the background green mountains like half of the Christmas movie. It's where they're like, it just snowed in this one spot. No, it was legitimately a winter wonderland. And we shot on a real Christmas tree farm that also had a goat and a sheep, which were best friends and troublemakers. And we were in the middle of shooting, and I heard a bang. I'm like, what the heck? And Bert, I think his name was Bert, the goat, headbutted his way out of the paddock because he was pissed off that he wanted to see what was going on. And then him and his sheep went and started eating our decorations. we had like laurel and like all the little green Christmassy things. So they were eating our set deck. And so I had to spend 30 minutes wrangling them and getting them back in their pen. So it was amazing on a lot of levels.
The sheep's name wasn't Ernie, was it?
No, I think, no, there was Bert. I have a whole video. I got to look it up. I posted it as a story, but I saved it because I'm like, this is a unique moment.
That's a very unique moment. Yeah, there are two moments when I went, okay, wait, that might be real snow. The snowball fight.
Yes.
That packs like real snow.
It was real. Plus the drone shots, like that's like if you're shooting in the summer and you have that snow, you got a budget that's 5 times what we did. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
And then the lying in the snow, doing the snow angels.
Snow angels. That was and our little drone shot, camera shot, crane shot.
Yeah.
That was real snow. So it made it so easy. Now the grand confessional scene, which these all have, we shot in there was a real kind of Christmas village set up in town also, which we got to use, and then we built our thing around it. So that skating rink is actual. I don't know if, yeah, you would have seen the skating rink in some of the reverse shots. Those are real people. Those are real people in town just skating around. They're like, oh, there's a movie. But so it was real. That was really fun. But one of the nights that we shot that, because this was winter, a like fierce winter storm came down. So when I'm sitting there, like bearing my soul, like there was tents flying away. There was trees falling over. And I was just like, I'm just like, this is the ravaged of my heart and the vulnerability I share. I was just like putting it into the character. But it was that's the movie magic behind the scenes. But so that we got the beautiful weather, but it also came with like howling Jack Frost's anger.
Wow. I mean, I'm assuming that you had to go back and totally ADR that scene because you couldn't be heard a bit.
You'd be surprised how much of it they saved, and you'd be very surprised with AI technology these days how much they could have a dump truck drive through the middle of your shot. And if the sound engineers have the top level programs that are out there now,
yeah,
you're not going to have to ADR it. It's wild. That's the side of AI that I like. The side where they can take 5 minutes of you talking and make you say whatever you want. I'm not a big fan of that. Yeah.
Okay, so 2 roles on Christmas tree farms.
Yes.
I'm assuming that you learned a whole lot about how to run a Christmas tree farm, at least more than you knew before.
I did, and for the second one, for the first one, I was a caretaker who loved it, but like my world was my daughter. The second one, we own it. Like that tree farm's been in my family for generations.
The farm was your world.
The farm was my world and my family, but also like this farm and our legacy. So for that one, I did a lot of research into conifers, and like I basically got my junior side story. Interestingly enough, I actually I did 2 years of forestry in university.
You did?
I did. So maybe I didn't stay in it. I left for acting ultimately because I didn't end up liking it. But it's interesting that I have all these like tree loving, like all these like working with tree parts. It's in my history, I guess. But no, I spent several weeks just studying up, especially since there's so much in this movie. There is more than just stewardship. There's like, we've got specific lines. We've got this old, almost monastic, like the monks back in the day, like us creating our own kind of versions of trees and stuff. So I did a fair amount of study into that. So I do that with every part. If there's with the picture of Christmas, I spent the bulk of my the bulk of my work just studying what it would be like to be a dad, because I wasn't a dad at that point.
Yeah.
So with this one, I spent more time studying like what would it be like to go through university for that degree. Yeah. And how, I don't know, how would I look at the world and everything else. My approach to acting is I kind of view it like, this could have been me if I'd made different choices in life, or if different things had happened to me, or if I'd been born in a totally different city or a totally different country. Yeah. Like, this is how I could have turned out. So in my process, I work to find the things that I can, I don't know, ground myself in that world, be it parenting in that one, or like my character's actual journey through university, and like, why did I make that choice, and what's it like working with, what's it like having a dad like I do, who I loved. He was so fun to work with. Did you recognize him?
In
Family Christmas Tree. I mean, it's my favorite Christmas tree. Yeah.
I recognized him, but I couldn't pinpoint him.
Because he was on, I need to look it up. He was on how many seasons of a huge American soap opera? 1 second.
Oh, well, I'm afraid I'm not a soap opera watcher. So.
Okay, well, never mind then, but let me find it. Rourke. Yeah, Rourke. He was so good.
He was so fantastic. The two of you played off of each other so well.
Yeah, no, we clicked immediately. Oh my gosh, he's been on Days of Our Lives for how many seasons? He's been on 633 episodes of Days of Our Lives.
Holy moly.
Yes. So a little The Bold and the Beautiful, like all that stuff. He he's like soap royalty. So
Apparently, yeah.
yeah.
So curious about something in your role of the picture of Christmas. Were you a divorced dad or a widowed dad?
I don't want to give that away. It changes how I relate. Is she in the picture or is she not? Is she around? Is she going to come cause trouble or is she gone? I don't know.
All right.
Part of the show.
Because
that's all part of the story, because there's people who haven't seen it yet. For those who have, I absolutely factored that in. What's it like being what's it like? Yeah, what's it like where you had someone there and now you don't?
Well, and
whatever way it is.
And that's going to change what kind of research you do and how you do your research.
And how I treat this new big city lady coming in. Like, what's the story with, what's the deal with this? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll go watch it.
Yeah. No, I'm really proud of that one.
Okay.
I'm also very, very happy with how thank you to everyone who's watching this, but the fan reaction to My Favorite Christmas Tree was astounding. I had a lot of response.
Confession time.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that it was gonna, I thought I was going to be a little bit bored.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we're going to study agriculture. Yippee.
Yeah.
But I love genealogy. And so the more that it got into the historical element and the genealogical element, that movie caught me by surprise. I went, wow, this was a good one.
Yeah. I'm very, very proud of it. Like we it's one of those projects where like let's be honest, TV movies can be very hit and miss. There's a certain time crunch for how long they can put it together, which sure. On a larger project with much more time, you can save a lot of things. Mm-hmm. But if you don't have leads that connect, if you don't have leads who've done their homework, if you don't have directors who are on the ball, writers that are in connection the whole time, then you kind of need a lot of pieces to line up for these to turn out really, really well. Yeah. And I could tell from like about day one into it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is flowing. And I don't know. I love all my projects, but I'm very, very proud of that one as well.
Well, and what a relief for you as an actor
to
know that this was going to be a good experience.
Yes. Yeah. And in general, I believe that the experience will be what you make it, but different crap can be thrown at you absolutely as you're going through. But no, from the moment I spoke to the director beforehand and had a chance to like connect with my co-lead, I was like, oh yeah, okay. Let's go make this happen. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Burning question. What do Christmas tree farms do the rest of the year?
Oh, wow. In general, they're growing their product because there's a lot of turnover. So,
right.
We are sourcing further business in general because there's only so much. The small farms, they'll have their local customers and they'll make their sales directly from their lot in general. As you get bigger and bigger and bigger, you need to, and let's be honest, it's really tough these days. It's really tough to be a small business. So only selling to your neighborhood, unless you're in some really tiny town where real estate, where commercial leasing, or unless you own your land is low, like you're not going to make your overhead. So they spend a lot of the year tending the land, growing their stock, building new business relationships, potentially looking at new markets. Are we gonna, if you have enough acreage and you land a deal with like a chain of grocery stores, then you could be set because they'll just guarantee a certain amount of your product. So it's not like it's like Christmas lights turn on and the business starts. Like in the off season, so much time is going into water management, making sure that your stock is healthy. Which makes it even extra tough because you only make your money during like 2 months out of the year, maybe a month and a half, depending on how soon people start buying. It's like the bulk of the buying really happens like for 1 month. So you've got 11 months. You have 11 months of buildup for 1 month. Now there are some places. Sorry, I'm getting all nerdy here because long answer. There's some places that try to incorporate like maybe maybe tourism into their off season and things like that. If they have a very picturesque location, some places might rent it out to movies, but that's a pretty small subset. But yeah, it's tough to grow. From my knowledge, at least I could be wrong, but it's tough to use your lot for anything other than trees, and you got to spend the whole year growing them and then selling them. Now, if you are into multiple things, and maybe you've got one lot that's trees, one that's like pumpkins, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's usually pretty specialized. There might be some niche markets, but my nerdy research is coming out. I remember looking at, because in my favorite Christmas tree, part of the struggle is, not to give anything away, but part of the struggle is like, how do we stay afloat in this world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my biggest question is all of the income coming in from just the Christmas trees and the rest of the time is maintenance, or do they do something else business wise to help out?
It's really tough. I mean, unless you're selling the off product for like the Christmas trees don't make the best firewood. They're great at burning apartments down if you leave them too long. So don't do
so frustrating.
Don't. But no, yeah, it's a really tough industry because it's not. I mean, it's like any farming. Like you've got this season when things are you can harvest and you can sell. And if anything goes wrong for the rest of the 8 months or not, depending on the crop you've got, the rest of the year, you're hooped for that year. You're not making any money. So yeah, there's not a lot of those in agriculture. Not a lot of those businesses have like a side thing going on, which is why it's so make or break. It takes a pretty like entrepreneurial mindset, I think, to like be like, oh well, we could like, let's Instagram, and some of them do that, you know, like the sunflower farms where they have just one field that's for taking pictures. Yes, right. That's a new thing. That's great. But then you have to deal with the hordes that are going to destroy your other fields as they stomple through to like, and like that, and people who come and steal your product. Anyway, right. I'm going into like nerdy business mode of like, yeah, it's a tough biz. And farming is a tough biz. I had a bunch of family in farming. I still have family that raise Black Angus out east. It's not an easy job.
No.
And like, good luck passing it on to the next generation after they saw how hard you worked. Like, right. No.
My father always said, he said, there are 3 jobs that I will never do, but I'm so grateful that other people do them: soldier, doctor, and farmer.
Yes. Yes. Farmer, thankless, up before the crack of dawn.
Yep.
Like, yeah, no, it's scary. So I dipped my toe into the water, at least in imagining what it would be like.
Yeah, in 2 movies.
Yes, 2 movies, though. The other one, that's
not as much.
The other one, it did play into it because I wanted to make sure that my daughter would have an amazing life, and yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's my long-winded answer. If you give me a question, I could talk for days. My brain is like a tangled web of connections.
You and me both, man. So yeah, I'm loving this.
Oh, good. Well, tally ho, carry on.
Favorite scene.
Which one?
Oh, right. Sorry. My favorite Christmas tree.
My favorite Christmas tree, favorite scene. What comes to mind? I had like 5 flash before my eyes, but the one that warmed my heart the most, spoiler alert, was when I give my dad some very important information that I say spoiler alert, yet I'm trying to like filter it still.
It's already premiered. It's fair game.
Okay, when I tell my dad that we can save the farm, there was that moment with me and Rourke where it was like, he just gave me the gentlest, subtlest, like, you could see the emotion in his eyes. And a lot of those lines at the end were improv when we hugged each other and said we love each other and stuff like that. Just happened in the moment, and I believe they kept that in. I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did.
I mean, there were some that sounded like it. You know, you said you said, I've got some thinking to do. And he said, well, there's a first time for everything. And you went,
Yeah, yeah, he made that up. He made that up. But also the hug and everything else. There's just a bunch of stuff that like just happened. But yeah, I think for me, that might have been my favorite scene, possibly because I loved the moment of Emma. I forget her character's name, when Emma and I confessed to each other at the end of the movie. I love that, but I've done a fair amount of those now, and there was something really new and it was still a very special moment, but there's something really nice for me about like getting to have this moment of connection with my father in this movie, and getting to explore that dynamic. And the way it played out was just, I loved it. And as we were filming it, like snow started to very slowly start to fall around us, and I don't know if that was on camera or not. But
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it was tiny flakes. Sometimes that stuff doesn't always translate the best.
Right.
Side note, for you to see rain on camera, they have to
it has to be pouring.
They have to turn a shower on top of you, like. But no, I think that scene was my favorite, just because of a lot of things. Yeah.
Oh man, that so I have two off the top of my head. One of them was the s'mores scene.
Oh yeah.
Although I'm with you, or at least Cody. I'm with Cody. No, go build a fire. There's only so much cuddling you can do in front of a stove.
Yes. Yes. Now we had a fire, but I believe it wasn't tied to that. Yeah. No. Yeah.
No, you had moved from the fire where you were doing a bunch of the storage research. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And then we made s'mores inside. But yes, yeah, they were still. I ate way too many of those.
Oh, in real life, you did.
Oh yeah, I was eating those every take. I was mowing one, and then you don't shoot that in one take. And I was like, I've either made a mistake or this is the best idea ever. Like it was. There's a lot of s'mores, to say the least.
Oh, that is funny. That is so funny. The other one is when you come into the coffee shop and she is so focused on her work, and you come up with your French accent and the coffee, mademoiselle, you know.
Yes. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that was a good moment. She played that really well also.
That was a really, I mean, I know it was a small line, but that was a really good French accent. That was very impressive.
Well, this bad boy right here, all the voice work, there's a lot of accents.
Okay.
A lot of accent training from voice work. So it in fact, the movie I just shot in September,
yeah,
I play a very, very charming British wedding planner.
Ooh.
Signed off on by the executive producer, who is from England. So it's not to toot my horn, but it's more than one line, that's for sure. Yeah.
Wow. Well, if you got a real Brit sign of approval, then that'll be a fun one to watch. Now, is that one going to come out in the States as well?
Oh, absolutely. At this point, like my movies are very, very well received, and so yeah, no, they want those in the States. That'll be. I don't know which network yet. I'm guessing it'll be one of the four they get. Who knows? We'll see where it lands. We'll see where it lands. Yeah. But no, that one was that. Yeah, we shot that in September, and our director. This one is a true romantic comedy because it was written actually by a comedian, and our director. She's part of the Groundlings, which is like a Saturday Night Live type writing program, and she won the writing scholarship also. So she is hilarious. So she got in there, helped tweak things also, and it's I'm very excited about that.
On point, very on brand.
Very, very, yeah. It's whereas the other ones have whereas the other ones are more like romantic dramas, this one's a romantic comedy. Like it's like boom. Yeah, so I'm really excited about it.
An honest to goodness, dyed in the wool romantic comedy.
Exactly. Honest to goodness, with the heartfelt moments, but there's a lot of silly junk, like lots of fun moments. Yeah.
Sure. Oh man, I'm excited for this one now.
Yeah, I'll come back when that one comes out. We can let's do another one of these.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
You have to change your backdrop. Actually, no, you can keep your backdrop. That'll work. Why not?
I have different backdrops.
Christmas in July. Yeah.
Now, we have a lot of listeners that are postables.
Yes.
Fans of Signed, Sealed, Delivered. Yes.
Yes.
And you were in Dark of Night. You were in that episode of Signed, Sealed, Delivered.
It was a flash.
Yes, you were flashback, and you
Yeah.
once again played the other man.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. No. That was that's been cool because even though it's, I mean, like realistically, that was a smaller part back then.
Yeah.
The fans have still been very receptive, and they bring it up. They're like, yeah, like the postable fans are very, very, very dedicated and sweet. Like great group of people.
If you have been in the Signed, Sealed, Delivered franchise, you are set for life with them. Yeah. So were you able to interact with the main cast because you were only in the flashback scene? Were you able to meet any of them or interact with any of them at all?
No, but here, sorry, my brain turned off for 1 second. Crystal and I, Crystal, who's main cast, we actually have, we didn't meet on that set, but we kind of knew each other. And I ended up working on a project of hers later on, and winning an award for that one. But yeah, so I didn't get to work with the cast on set, but we, in an interesting way of this tangled web of this industry, I did get to work with Crystal later on her own project that she directed and wrote and everything else. So
fun.
That was very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked to Crystal several times, and we interviewed her at
it worked. It worked. Oh, magic.
And we interviewed her at Rama Drama and got to chat with her, and it was, she is a ball of energy, and she is
fantastic. And yes, a ball of energy, absolutely. She never stops, and she's always got some project on the go, and she's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, so this is your first Christmas as a dad.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about for that?
Well, I think lights. I think I want to show him all the lights.
Oh, yeah.
I'm shooting a project right now, and I'm going to be heading back out of town again to do that. But he's going to come, and we're going to a place that has one of the most. It's called Victoria. It's on Vancouver Island, off the coast of British Columbia. But it's there's a place called Bouchard Gardens there, which has, the gardens are unreal. It's to the level of like Queen Elizabeth. I believe they made it for that kind of thing. And so they cover it in lights, and it sells out, and we got tickets. I'm very happy. But I'm gonna go there, and I'm excited for him to be like, what is going on? I'm looking forward to that, because like I don't know if he's at the phase where he likes boxes more than toys and stuff like that. So like it doesn't really matter what we get him. But I think there'll be something about first time seeing all these lights where he'll be like, oh. Like I'm really looking forward to that. Even if he's like bored, it'll still be fun to be there. Yeah.
There's something so magical about just having the status of a parent. Yeah. And walking around looking at lights or seeing Santa Claus or whatever. Yeah, there's just something of that changes once you become a parent. Doesn't matter how little they are. So yeah,
I get it. As he gets older and can like experience things, I'm really looking forward to like rediscovering stuff for the first time, going to Disneyland or watching a movie with him, or like whatever it might be, any number of things. I can absolutely see how delightful it is, and how, I don't know, how much fun it is for you to get to do these things and then get to watch them discover it, and you rediscover it for yourself. So I'm looking forward to, in some ways, reliving my childhood with him too. That'll be fun.
It's great. It's great. You're gonna love it. I can promise you that. All right, so last bit is our Christmas rapid fire.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Favorite holiday drink?
Eggnog and rum. Woo.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't do it a lot, but it's a nice one.
What was that?
I said it's not like an everyday thing, but it's a nice little treat. Yeah.
Okay. Favorite holiday cookie or treat?
Shortbread. dipped into eggnog, not with rum, just regular.
Oh, I love shortbread.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite Christmas song.
I really like White Christmas, but also just because it's so notorious and it's so much fun. And just how much of an event it is now. Mariah Carey's like, you know what I mean? It's such an event. Like you see those memes with her breaking out of the ice. So like, it's coming. Like winter is coming. Mariah, she'll be here soon, and she just owns the month. Yeah, so there's something funny about that spectacle, which I really enjoy.
Oh, you are not wrong. My husband is so, oh man, yeah, he's funny about that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you love it's like cilantro. You're gonna love it or hate it.
Favorite Christmas movie.
Oh, a close tie between Love Actually and Die Hard.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
There's Christmas trees. It's a Christmas movie. That's it. The Grinch who stole Christmas was Hans Gruber. He stole Christmas from all those people at their Christmas party. He's a Grinch. It's a Christmas movie, and Bruce Willis appropriately dealt with him.
Fine. Speaking of which, Scrooge or Grinch?
Oh, Scrooge. Oh, there's so many, like Grinch is fun, but Scrooge, there's so many versions of that movie, including I want to see Ryan Reynolds' new one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Which looks adorable, but there's been like Scrooged is still probably my favorite, the Bill Murray classic of Scrooged. Remember that one? That's one of my favorite tellings of that whole world, followed by A Muppet Christmas.
Oh, Muppet Christmas Carol is mine.
So good. But yeah, no, I think if the Grinch, like no one's gotten the play that Scrooge has, except for I mean, I know it's public domain, so they don't have to pay royalties, but still. Like, there's just so much room for that story. I love it. And the jokes are funnier. Like anytime someone who's a total jerk all of a sudden starts acting nice, you can say like, ooh, someone got a visit from a Christmas ghost. Like it's like it applies to so many more situations. Oh
yeah. There's a Hallmark movie this year called Ghost of Christmas Always. And they do this every Christmas to somebody, and they get their assignments from the head ghost and all of that. And they literally call it Scrooging someone because
See, the IP is just so rich, and it's such a part of. There's even a movie about the making of that book. Do you know what I mean? And it's pretty good. So like it's such a rich. It's like the Marvel universe of Christmas.
It's true. It's true. Dan Stevens made one heck of a Charles Dickens, I tell you.
Which one was that? Oh, that was that movie.
The man who invented Christmas.
Yes. The one I was just talking about. Yes. Great. Yeah. It's like when you're at a grocery store and you're like, where are the oranges? They're like right behind you, sir. I'm like, oh, damn it.
That's one way to put it.
You ever but it's so silly, and we're just talking about it. It's right in front of my face. You ever do that in the grocery store though? Like you ask for the thing, like see there, like right in front of your face. Oh, always. All the time. By the time you've like your pride is worn down enough to ask, like you're probably next to the thing.
Probably.
Or by the time you finally found someone, of course they're gravitating in the aisle, whatever, either way.
Right.
It's Murphy's Law, that's grocery law. If you ask for product, it'll be right behind you.
No, and that is no joke. I'm telling you what. Okay. Clear lights or colored lights?
Colored.
Oh, man after my own heart. Finally someone says colored.
No, I mean like, I mean, for outside, for inside, depending on the setup and the decor of your house and everything, I can totally understand clear lights inside. But like colored lights outside for me always, it just hits a spot.
It's colored all over for me. I'm like, white light's boring. I love color.
You need a new picture.
I know.
Look at what you just said. They got there's a tiny bit of red. Red light. A tiny bit of red on that tree, but all the rest. I
so do.
Go through and individually Photoshop each light. It won't take you long. You can keep this picturesque scene. Just
Nothing else to do.
painstakingly color each of those bulbs over 40 hours. That'll be fine. I'm sure there's no other picture.
Done.
We've got all the time in the world. We're not parents. We don't have busy schedules.
No, not at all. Oh my goodness. Snowball fight or snowman?
Snowball fight
Yeah.
with the snowman. No.
Oh.
When I was a kid, there was some bigger kids who lived next to us, like 10 years older than me.
Okay.
So when I was like in elementary school, they were just finishing high school.
Yeah.
And one day we had a huge snow and they rolled a giant snowball around the entire block. And when they got back, it was bigger than a car. And they got it into our cul-de-sac and it broke in half just as they got it in. And they turned it into an igloo, like in the cul-de-sac. Because like you couldn't drive. It was horrific. No one was driving. We were trapped for like half a week. But they built this igloo, and I don't know. I just thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And I stocked snowballs and ice in there. So that's how I tied that in.
That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is entertaining. I'm having the time of my life over here.
Yay.
Do you consider yourself a good gift wrapper?
Yes. I'm a horrible gift buyer though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I get so like analysis paralysis about like, what do I get? What are they gonna like? Here's a gift card. Like you try wrapping that. Yeah.
Gift cards are a no-no. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
I know.
There's
I know they're a no-no. I know they're a no-no. So yeah, I mean, like every once in a while, like I'll stumble across an incredibly thoughtful gift. But other than that, I'm like, what do we need?
Do you own an ugly Christmas sweater?
I have so many random clothes because of acting and auditions. I don't know if I have I have like a Bavarian beer hat, but like randomly, which I never wore for an audition. But do I have an ugly Christmas sweater? I don't think I do. I need one.
How are you going to play the man in plaid who gets the girl in the hometown if you don't have an ugly Christmas sweater?
Funny story. Picture of Christmas. Ugly Christmas sweaters. There's a whole scene about them.
There you go.
Yeah.
You just get them for wardrobe.
Yeah, I could maybe see if I can buy one off of the movie I'm on. Not movie, off the series I'm on right now. Yeah, we'll see.
Ooh, okay. All right. This is slightly different than favorite Christmas movie. If you had to be trapped inside a Christmas movie, what would it be?
Definitely not Die Hard.
I would hope not.
No, not fun. Trapped inside a Christmas movie. Interesting. Very interesting. Trapped. Maybe. It's a boring answer, but maybe Love Actually, because that exists in our world, and then I could just come back here. No,
That works.
Trapped for a week. Yeah, I don't know, but like definitely not the Grinch. That world would be annoying after 5 days, or maybe even one.
I was about to say, how are you going to last through the first one?
Well, you just explore the town. After 5 days, you probably tried every who, what's it, who, whip, whatever all the foods are. You're done. You're like, I've seen Who Mountain, I've seen Who Shore. There's nothing left to do. It's such a bore. Huh?
Bravo!
Yes. I'll pat myself on the back for that. I surprised myself with that rhyme. Yeah, probably Love Actually, unless there's some magical one I'm not thinking of that might be really cool. Definitely not the Muppets, because that would drive you nuts after a little bit. You're like, just show me a human.
You just gotta look down for the humans.
Fair enough. There they are, ruining the mystery. Yeah, Love Actually. Let's call that simple,
Okay.
pedestrian answer, but it's because I can fly home on on sale on a weekend. No.
It's all good. If you were Santa Claus, what would you want left out for you?
Oh, good question. We're gonna go with the we're gonna go with that Santa, the one that has the magic where they can eat whatever they want and like they can just automatically balance out their body. I forget which movie it was, but there was one where it was like Santa can't get drunk or something. I don't know what it was, but what would they leave out for me? I think. Can I say alternating, or does it have to be one thing?
No, you could say more than one thing.
I would like it to be a long list of the first half of the world is sweet treats, the second half is savory, and then we maybe alternate it in the middle. So
that's an awful lot of travel though, sir. You know.
Wow, I mean, you got to hit every house. Well, not every house, let's be fair.
We'll be fair. Okay. What is the most memorable holiday tradition from when you were a boy?
Those little porcelain Christmas houses. You know those?
Oh.
Like my grandma left me a set of those because like you can find them, but it's just like there's like 50 of them from Costco. I don't need all that. I want like 3 in a line.
Are you talking about the porcelain candle holders that look like houses, or
no, the ones that are houses that you put a light bulb inside and all the windows light up and then they
that's a candle holder.
Oh yeah, sure, candle holder, and all the windows light up, and then there's a little town with like little porcelain people, and then like the furry trees. And
that's the Christmas village.
Yeah, Christmas village. Yes, I want the village for me.
Okay, so you want a village. Okay.
Yes, I want more than just the houses. I want the village with the little people, and then like this whatever, like a little snowbank that sometimes. Yeah, I like that. That and mixed nuts for Christmas, where you like get the nutcracker and crack open like a walnut.
Okay. Yeah, before we came on and started this, I was setting up my Christmas village on top of my piano. So
there you go, out of reach of the little ones. You have to find options for that.
Oh yes, that is.
Or mine lived; it can't live anymore. So we'll have to find options. And we're gonna repurpose all the dog blocking because we have a puppy. We're just gonna repurpose all the dog blocking pens and put them around the tree. Otherwise, he'll just pull it down.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Got options.
All right. Do you and your wife have any family traditions that you have started yourself?
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Been married for like 7 years. Do we have a tradition?
Or maybe something from her family that you've adopted that you didn't do before?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because my family is a Christmas Day dinner and her family is a Christmas Eve dinner.
Okay.
So like, I guess the new tradition is we just eat way too much food because we have two. Because we have two dinners back to back. So yeah, you could call that a tradition. We're stuffed like the double turkeys.
Oh my goodness. All right. What was the most memorable gift that you got as a kid?
Lego. The day that I opened the spaceship set from Lego, I was so excited. I think I remember screaming. Yeah. And that was, now memories are funny because they all smush together and they change. But I'm pretty sure that was the Christmas that I was so certain I heard Santa on the roof. I was like awake. It was probably only 11, but felt like 4 in the morning, and I heard like, and like, I remember my nightlight on the corner, so I was young enough to have one of those, and I was like, he's here, be quiet. I got that. I loved building toys, but like full circle, kind of something really cool. Here, I'm gonna stand up so you don't see my sweatpants. Let me see if I can find it. Let me get. Oh, you know what? I'll pull from the side, but like full circle. Now I voice Lego characters.
Oh.
He fell off. So like Lego was my favorite toy as a kid, literally. And there's his face. What a handsome fella. No, there. Boom. There. Now I get to voice Lego characters. I've got a whole bunch.
Oh my word.
The reason I was going up there is I've got like 40 boxes of different Legos because I've been in a ton of different series. I've voiced everything from Iron Man for Lego to like crazy underwater octopus monsters. Yeah, so I loved Lego so much growing up, and now I get to voice it.
That is full circle. That is full circle.
That's pretty full circle.
Wow. Well, Giles, this has been an utter delight. So
Thank you. I had a lot of fun. Thanks. You did a great job guiding, playing around, dodging, dipping, dodgeball. Yeah.
Hey, that's what podcasters are supposed to do.
Good job. You're good at what you do.
Oh, well, thank you. So where can people follow you on social media?
Twitter at G_Panton for as long as that app survives. Instagram, just Giles Panton on Instagram. And then I guess that's it. I probably have to branch out. I feel like I'm at the stage that when MySpace shut down, we're like, where do we go? I don't have a TikTok. I don't have any of that. I like to write my thoughts. I like to write. Yeah, I just thought it'd be like, saw a stupid bird, haha, or like a dog barked. I don't want to have to back it up with photo evidence. Like this is you can't always catch the bird as it's like pooping on someone, you know? I can write about that. You're like, bird just pooed on me. That was ridiculous. Yeah, so speaking of the bird app, at G_Panton on Twitter, or Giles Panton, GilesPanton on Instagram. I do like Instagram. I interact a lot there, so follow there.
Yeah.
And then
and you interact a lot on Twitter. That's where you and I have interacted a lot.
Twitter is where I chat nonstop. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and don't forget to follow us at Deliver Me a Pod and Deliver Me a Podcast. And Merry Christmas. And we will come at you with another interview and another Christmas movie next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thanks so much.